it's Cupcake Kami-sama back here. Welcome to another video and another unboxing. Although, in all fairness, it's the last one that was a surprise. This one I fully anticipated because it's a pre-order that has finally arrived. What I've ordered this time is a dress from a UK-based indie brand called Chrysanthemums Concerto, and I hope I'm saying it right. You'd think that it would be the foreign words that trip me up. Nope. It's a brand that was formerly known as After Midnight, where this dress is from. So I had to come rep the brand for the unboxing, and this time they've brought out an adorable gingham number that not only I couldn't say no to, it very conveniently happened to be something I was already looking for and that was on my wish list. Not necessarily specifically this dress, my wish list just said a red gingham dress. So that's what we're going to get. At this point I am realizing that I probably should have brought at least my tablet here so that I could, run you through the basic numbers, like how much it cost and how long it took to make and how long it took to arrive. Well, it only took 2 days to arrive. It's in the UK, literally in the next county over. That one I do remember. How long it took to make? I don't know. Not long enough for me to start getting worried. Especially since following the brand on Instagram, there were lots of work in progress updates. It was really cute to see that because this release was available in several different colors. I got the red. I know that there was a black and a green. I did consider the green. I kind of regret not getting the green as well, but oh well. And a yellow, and I want to say pink, but that one I might be making up. So there was a plethora of colours to choose from, and seeing the work in progress on all the different ones was really exciting because it meant that I got to see all of them and not just the one that was mine. I think also the pre-order was pretty limited. I think it closed at like 5 or 7 orders because it is an indie brand. It's a one-woman operation and it's a smart decision to only do as many as you know you're able to make rather than make your life too difficult. So let me get into this. I am really excited to see what it looks like in person. Obviously I've seen the pictures, so I know that it'll be cute. But I want to see it with my very own eyes. One final note as usual is I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel and click the bell button next to it. It is unusual for me, especially recently, to do 2 videos 2 weeks in a row, 3 if we include the Around Your Wardrobe in 30 Coordinates lookbook, but also 2 unboxings in a row. I only ever plan 1 video a month. That's the promise I'm sticking to. Anything else that happens during that time, gotta click the bell so you don't miss it. As you can see, it just arrived in this small plastic envelope. Pretty standard solid packaging. It has been dry over the past few days, so it wasn't necessarily at risk of anything, but it's good to have secure packaging that will keep your dress safe from the elements. Oh, it's gift wrapped! It's some sort of rainbow gift wrap. Makes it feel extra special, doesn't it, when it's gift wrapped? I see the gingham through it! Well, technically it's not gift wrap, it's just a bit of tissue paper, but it's fancy tissue paper. Cha-jam! Ooh, there's all sorts of goodies here. So let's start with the postcard. For the brand and for this release, this is the artwork for this dress in green, and it was pretty much that shade of green, which is why it tempted me so much. But I stuck to my guns. I got the red, which is what I originally wanted and what I knew I would use the most. Then there's a note on beautiful stationery from padblocks.com, not a sponsor, saying, "Hi Paulina, thank you for your order. Apologies for the slight change. The supplier has discontinued the red button, so I've swapped out for white." I'll check. If I would have even noticed, probably wouldn't have. "Please accept the matching brooch to compensate for the unannounced change." I thought that there weren't any detachable bows, but apparently now I have one. Thank you again for your support, Rachel. No, thank you, Rachel, because now I get to be cute in gingham. This dress was available only as a JSK, but you can either buy the JSK alone or buy it with the head bow. So why I decided to treat myself. It's quite full and plush. So here is the head bow. It appears to be sewn onto the headband, so we're going to make do with this bow, but it has a really nice shape. Like, that's a nice shaped bow. Again, I don't think now's a good idea, maybe. I can't even see myself, so you tell me what that looks like. And I'm sure I'll get some use of it. Then there's the bow, as mentioned, as an apology for swapped out buttons. I mean, these things happen. Rather than waist ties, the dress comes with a fabric belt in contrasting white, which is actually really good because now I can use that for other dresses as well. And now, let's do it in one go if I can and not knock anything off. Whee! Right, so I wouldn't have noticed the buttons because the buttons are on the straps, and I never paid that much attention to what the buttons were like at the back. But we have a strap with a button, so it will be adjustable. The dress, as you can tell probably already, is fully lined. I believe that there's a tag, so I'll search out for it, but I'm just checking. There's a fair bit of leeway left on the strap for further adjustment, so I fully plan on wearing this tomorrow, so I'll be able to do a proper review, which I'll leave on my blog, and will only mention, fit comments over here. You might be wondering, I mentioned a tag, but where would I find such a tag? Could it be in the pocket? No. Could it be in the other pocket? Also no. But this dress has 2 pockets, just like this one. So, assuming that it's the same pocket pattern, this dress fits my phone very comfortably with plenty of room to spare. It's a sizable pocket. I'm pretty sure that the stock pictures on the listing showed it with the phone inside. But going back to the tag search, I did feel one, so it has to be somewhere. It is tangled up in the lining, attached on the underside. Really nice tag design. So, outer material, the gingham is a poly cotton. The lining itself is polyester. Dress has been handmade in the UK. It says, "Please take care of me." Oh, of course I will. Machine wash, gentle or delicate? We stand a machine washable dress. But you can also hand wash, iron on a medium temperature, do not bleach, do not tumble dry. It is a very lightweight fabric, and even though the lining is polyester, it doesn't feel like a plastic shower curtain or a bin bag. It's a sort of somewhere between a satiny feeling fabric and a cotton. I mean, you can see the gingham pattern through it, so it's not too heavy. It feels breathable enough, as does this poly cotton, which if someone had asked me, I'd just say it's cotton because that's how it feels like. We have wonderful, wonderful ladder lace with a ribbon through it at the bodice here and at the bottom. Thankfully, not that it's a bad feature, but thankfully this ribbon at the bottom is fully threaded, because the dress I'm currently wearing also has a similar, if not the same, feature, but there are 2 bits of ribbon sticking out that you can tie into bows, which I suck at doing. And last but not least, very much not least, full back panel of shirring. There is no zip, so this is a pull over your head kind of dress. Shirring is generous, feels comfortable. I can't remember the original listing measurement, but I believe it said bust up to 100. Please don't quote me on that. I don't remember. Eek! I should probably also mention what this release is actually called, rather than just keep going with the gingham dress. This release is called Lost in the Garden of Eden, but it's a gingham dress. That's what we're here for. She will be perfect for picnics. She will be perfect for summer. She will be perfect for country looks. Judging by the shirring on this, no doubt it will be comfortable enough to lounge in, but also cute enough to maybe wear to like a party, like a normie party, something like this. I have plans. She has a loose thread. That sounds like the premise of some cheap romance novel, but hey ho, I'd read that. Oh, I think I'm going slightly loopy. It's been a day. So to have this in my possession and in my hands improves said day immensely. I've been looking forward to it. As I said, I have had a gingham dress on my wish list, but that was literally all that I was after. I wasn't set on a particular design. I just wanted a design that I would like. And truth be told, full on 100% honesty, before this was announced, I was fully prepared to contact an indie brand and just ask for a commission anyway, because I couldn't find anything that I'd like secondhand, and that way I'd be in control of what I was getting and knowing who I'm supporting, because that also matters. Support indie brands, support good people creating things. So as soon as I saw this, I think even if red hadn't been available, I probably would have caved in and gotten the green. And as I said, regrets are a thing, but also knowing how limited the pre-order was, it would have felt wrong to take up 2 spots and deprive someone else of having this dress. So if you're one of the limited other people who also got this release from Chrysanthemum's Concerto, get in touch, let's twin, it'll be fun. But also this dress now confirms that I really badly need an apron, like a proper apron, so that's something to hunt down / make / we'll see. As I said, I fully intend on wearing this tomorrow, so I'll take some worn pictures and footage then to insert into the video. I'll do some B-rolls as well, and I honestly can't wait. And then if the weather is nice and I get to wear it, maybe I will get lost in the Garden of Eden. Right, I think that was my sign, my cue to finish and wrap up. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Whilst Chrysanthemum's Concerto as a brand isn't constantly pumping out new releases, they do lots of commissions and made to order, particularly for things like accessories. Do check them out for accessories. I have this amazing felt headpiece that's shaped like a blob of whipped cream topped with a cherry, and it's great. They've also done bloomers in the past, and I'm sure that there's all sorts of plans going forward, so I'll leave all their information, their website, Instagram, in the description box below. Make sure to check them out, give them some love, keep an eye out for them, because if they carry on making new dresses at such a limited rate and you find something that you want, once you miss out on it, you miss out on it. And also if there are any sample sales, I know this release has had a sample sale not too long ago. Maybe the green sample will also get listed at some point. You never know. And if anything else, they will always give you pockets. Like, how can you not support that? So if there was anything you liked in this video, anything you've enjoyed, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment on it and subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to support me further in the video creation that I do, then you can do so either by dropping a one-off tip using Ko-fi or by joining my Patreon. The $2 a month tier on there will get you 1 week early access to every single video that I upload, whereas the $1 a month tier will give you early access to every single blog post that I do and upload. And whilst not quite yet, because it's still in the post, thanks to the patrons that I already have, I've been able to upgrade my equipment once again. As I said, still in the post, but hopefully whatever next video I do after this, you'll get to see that, and I'll no longer be reliant on natural light and my big light for lighting in my videos. So I look forward to that happening. Thank you ever so much to everyone who supports me on Patreon. That is truly beyond words how amazing you are. And seeing as I've already mentioned it, make sure to check out my blog, which is Cupcakes and Unicorns, where you'll find more Lolita content, and by the time this video goes up, there will be a proper full review of this dress, down to comfort and fit and how it wears, probably even how it washes. Whatever seems relevant, I'll include it there. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye!